we are back with a whole nother story time. Because listen, you know, I got this strong habit of kind of like looking over and examining like my experiences, things that I've been through. Some of y'all know that I am a Christian, so God will slip into these words and etc. But I got a story time for y'all, and the reason why is because yesterday when I was out, I had seen this post. I can't remember who posted it. I don't remember if it was a friend of mine or not, because I kind of saw it like really fast, and then I was kind of like, you know, back doing what I was doing. And I just remember the post being a little sad, like sad or down, and I think they were basically explaining how, you know, they basically was living with a regret from decisions that they've made, right? And y'all, I had to get on here. I had to get on here and make this word because, for one, y'all know yesterday was Mother's Day, right? Hey, girl. Hey, No Waves. Oh, that's No Waves. That's not a girl. I thought you were somebody else. I'm sorry. Hey. So, yeah, you know, I had to get on here and make this word. So, the story time part is, he's talking about you good. Thank you. The story time part is, I remember when I was about, I don't even remember how old I was. It was probably 16 or 17 years old. And I remember I was dating this guy. And, you know, he just really, I met this guy, though, when I was probably about 14 to 15 years old. I used to walk my mama to work all the time. So, me walking her to work, I ended up walking past the barber shop, and because, you know, that's where guys be. So he was getting his hair cut, and that's how I met him, because he came out the barber shop or whatever. And he, you know, tried to talk to me. So with that being the case, though, me and him, we dated for like maybe 2 or 3 years or something like that. I think we were even in a relationship. I was a kid, so I really can't even remember. Like, I was a teenager, you know. So with that being the case, though, I remember, actually, it was, it wasn't even him. Dang, that's a messed up story. It wasn't even him. Sorry, y'all. The guy that I'm actually talking about, I got with him when I was 15. Actually, yeah, because I was living in the same neighborhood on the same block. It was the same season. That's why I got the two people mixed up. But either way it goes, so me and him ended up being together for like a few years up until I was maybe about 17. And I remember, like, once I went off and I was, like, going to high school and all of this, I was switching over to a new high school. He just kind of got, like, insecure a little bit. And I was leaving. I was breaking up with him. And I'm going to get to the main reason for this story in a minute, but let me just get through this part. I was breaking up with him and etc., so I was getting a little distant. Like, he used to he used to walk to my school, the school that I ended up going to, where he started getting insecure about it and stuff like that. He used to walk to my school, walk to my house and stuff, because I had ended up moving to somebody else's house with another family member. I ended up moving with my grandmother so that I could go to that school, because I wanted to go to that school, because I'm like, man, I know everybody going to this school. So I was like, man, I gotta go here. So I ended up going to that school as planned my whole life, because I literally grew up right next to that school. But I started going there, and he was just like, you know, started threatening me, like, oh, well, if you leave, and he used to always do this, though, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie, he used to always do this. So he just used to be like, you know, if you leave, I am going to harm myself. And I remember the first time that ever happened to me, and I was like, man, dang, that drink is a mood killer, y'all. It's a mood killer. So, and I'm smiling now, but that's because, child, we made it through. So, at the end of the day, though, I was like, dang, man, now I gotta stay. Like, I gotta literally stay with this person. Like, it's nothing I can do. You get what I'm saying? And, oh, my goodness, God started speaking to me about this earlier today. Like, he just started putting his wisdom in my spirit early this morning. And because when I thought back on that moment stripped me of my free will. Do you get what I'm saying? It stripped me of my free will. And what it will do is, First of all, that is something that God don't even do to people. God do not force you to choose him. If you don't choose him, he's going to accept where your heart lies. He's going to accept how you truly feel. He's not going to identify himself with your decision or nothing like that. So when he did that, it was like, okay, now I gotta stay. You get what I'm saying? But I stayed for maybe about an extra month or maybe an extra 2 months. Honestly, it probably was an extra week, and it just felt like 2 months because it drains you, and it traps you, and it mentally torments you, and it emotionally drains you and confuses you, and you just be like, dang, so now what do I do? What can I do? I can't do anything. Like, I literally have to deal with this. You get what I'm saying? Because I got to deal with this in order to save them. You get what I'm saying? And oh my God, God taught me a lesson through that. And I know y'all are like, how does this even relate to Mother's Day? Because, like I said, I saw somebody yesterday make a post, and basically they were regretting about like having their child and stuff like that. So this whole message is really wrapped around regret. If I had have stayed with that person, I would have regretted it. You get what I'm saying? So what you have to learn to do is accept how you truly feel, even if you believe that you're going to regret how you feel later. Now, one thing that God pointed out to me was accepting, I want to say accepting your truth, but okay, accepting the chastising that may feel like it's coming based off of a decision that you've made. And the reason why he allows that is because he wants you to learn the lesson. Do you get what I'm saying? So, for example, my regret of me staying for that extra month, it caused me pain. Why did it cause me pain? Like spiritual pain within my spirit, within my soul, within my mind, was because it was really against my true free will, which would have been to leave, right? So now, within that, I would have had to learn, if this person decides to harm their self, am I going to hold myself accountable for what they chose to do within their free will? Or am I going to say, no, truly, in my soul, I desired to separate. And whatever comes with that separation, am I okay with it? Or am I going to have to harvest on it? You get what I'm saying? Am I going to have to regret it and live in it and etc.? So in that moment, God taught me plenty of times. I had plenty of people tell me that. You get what I'm saying? But within that moment, I had to learn, because it was my first experience with that. So I had to learn how to be true to myself regardless of what comes with that decision. And this is really important because, like I said yesterday, I seen a woman, and men do this too. They'll regret a decision that they made, or they'll feel like they have to harp and live within a decision when really that isn't true. What really has to be done is you learning how to be honest with yourself and say unapologetically, I make decisions. Do you get what I'm saying? And whatever come with that decision, even if later on it hurts you, it's not because life has come against you. It's not because God necessarily is just like, oh, I have to pay you back your karma and this, that, and the third. I know a lot of people talk about karma. But in all reality, all it is God loving you enough to learn a lesson. But pain is like the best teacher. So now, I'll try to use what I just used as an example, as another example. But that's like, with my experience with the person who was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to hurt myself if you leave me and etc. When it came to that, I have to be like, okay, even if I have to bear the loss of you, I'm going to have to still be true to myself cry, mourn, whatever it is, after you're gone, and still be able to move forward knowing that I did what I truly desired to do, because at that moment it was what was best for me. Far as mentally, emotionally, that was really what was best for me. Now, what you don't want to do is take advantage of people, dog people out, use people, and this, that, and the third. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Because that's unnecessary. God can provide, okay? But when it comes to making decisions, even far as having children, like, let's get into that a little bit, because that's what people seemed like they were more so harping over yesterday, was having children. The men were even upset, like, I'll never have another baby with that, blah, 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 blah. And the women was on there like, I regret having this, that, and the third, but this, that, and and let me tell y'all something. If you've had a baby with somebody that you regret having a baby with, whether that's male or female, however it hurts you, you have to say, okay, what is the blessing in this? What is the lesson in this? And then another a very important question to ask yourself is, how long do I want to hurt about this same situation? How long? Is it for the rest of my life? Is it for, do I give myself 3 months? Do I give myself 2 weeks? How long are you wanting to process that same circumstance? And seriously ask yourself, like, how long am I giving me to get over this? And then within that time span, you spending that whole time span digesting, interpreting, internalize, whatever it is, crying, being angry, whatever emotion comes about, you're dealing with it within that entire time span. And if it comes back up later on, even after your time span, you're going to redigest it in that moment again. Do you get what I'm saying? But my whole thing is this. There is a blessing and a lesson in everything you face. But it does determine, it does matter what you choose to take from it. Like, for example, if I had stayed with the guy who was like, oh, well, I'm going to harm myself, then I could have just been like, okay, well, this is mentally destroying me. It's emotionally destroying me to stay here. I really don't want you, but I don't want you to hurt yourself. So either I am going to choose to live for the rest of my life inside of guilt, hurt, pain, shrinking, not really being true to myself, so therefore I've lost my identity and all of this and all of that. Or I can say, listen, I'm human, you're human. I got free will to leave, you got free will to do what it is you got to do, despite of however this goes. But at the end of the day, we both got to be true to ourselves so that we can enjoy the one life that we got. I don't think people be understanding what one really means. Like, you have one life. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just want people to understand that you don't have to regret everything that caused you pain. Just because it hurt don't mean it's a regret of yours. You get what I'm saying? It could sure enough be a lesson, but it can also be a blessing. You get what I'm saying? You can take even the lesson as a blessing. Do you get what I'm saying? And I know that it's hard to look at it like that because it takes a heart posture that is like content with itself in order to accept a lesson as a blessing, but it can be done. If you allow the light to shine in your life, if you allow for joy to be welcomed in, and you own that as an option, like, oh, I have the option to have joy. I have the option to be happy. So therefore, I'm going to set my life in the light of things, and whatever lessons come, while I'm walking through this light, through this joy, I'm going to take them lessons as well. But it takes for you to accept who you are, who God created you to be, all of the decisions that you're going to make. It's going to take for you to accept those things, for you to even welcome joy in. Because honestly, it's hard to find joy when you haven't accepted yourself, when you haven't accepted your decisions, and the lessons that have come with your decisions, all of that. It literally takes all of that. But either way it goes, though, I really just be wanting everybody to understand that greatness is literally an option of yours. And if you rob yourself of that, trust me, it's going to be hard to see the light. It's going to be hard to stand back up. But if you look at yourself and identify yourself as a conqueror, like, oh no, I understand I made that mistake, but that's fine. Learn from that. And you keep on walking your walk and running down your path and whatever it is, jogging through your lilies, you're going to be okay. Like, seriously, y'all, you are going to be okay. And when you learn how to sit at wherever you need to sit at, on the edge of your bed, in the closet, wherever it is you want to sit, in the bathroom while you at work, wherever it is you want to sit at so that you can drop a tear or two, you need to do that. One thing that people seem to not really shine a lot of recognition on is just prioritizing themselves. Prioritizing themselves without being selfish. And a lot of people, they mistake the two because they merge the two as if they are the same. Prioritizing yourself does not mean you become selfish. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that you have to blow the world off and have nothing to give to them, because in order for you to love yourself, you have to neglect others. That's not how that goes. It's just you understanding what each moment needs. You get what I'm saying? So, for example, if you are in the position, say you can be having a total mental breakdown, right? And then you get done breaking down, you get done crying, you hop in your car, you pull off, you hit to a stop sign, and it's a homeless person right there. You had your mental breakdown after you went grocery shopping though, right? So now you could be like, all right, I just got done breaking down, crying and all that. My life ain't just the best story in the world or nothing like that. But I got some water for you. I got some grapes for you here. I just got these crackers you can have. That is how you define each moment. You had your breakdown. You cried. Then you gathered the strength to pull off with your little groceries. Oh, for real? Dang, it sound muffled. I don't know. I really do not know. Do it still sound muffled? It probably don't now. I don't know. But either way it goes, you done had your breakdown. You got your groceries in the back of your car and this, that, and the third. But after your breakdown, you found the strength. And thank you for letting me know that too. But after your breakdown, you found the strength to pull off in your next moment. Oh, okay, cool, thank you. But yeah, you found and bumped into your next moment to now I can give. See, what people don't be realizing is even if you have bad moments, you're still useful. You're still, like, needed. You get what I'm saying? God still wants to use you. People around you are still going to enjoy your presence in their life. You get what I'm saying? So being able to define your moment is literally like almost life or death. And a lot of people, they think that it's the end because of a moment. And that's because they don't know how to define it. They don't know how to define, okay, this is a breakdown. Okay, this is me crying. Okay, this is a sad moment. Okay, now this is joy. Okay, I can let go and be free. A lot of people don't know how to enjoy themselves. I used to be one of those people. I literally did not know how to enjoy myself, y'all. I didn't know how to, like, really just go ahead, do what it is I felt like doing, and this, that, and the third. I didn't know how to do that. And you want to know why? Let me think. Because I don't even know why. I think I was just not really sure of myself yet. And a lot of people, more than likely, they face that too. When you're not sure of who you are, when you still are kind of like in this box when it comes to yourself. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to who you are, you're still in this box of not knowing that you're a funny person, or you might be funny to you. You ain't funny to everybody, but that don't mean you aren't funny. So you probably don't know, like, if you're a funny person, if you are the type of person that got a big humor, you laugh at everything. You might be strict in this area, but because there's people that probably then came into your life and been like, you're such a chastiser, and didn't realize that really you're just a person that comes to help people grow. And sometimes chastising is the way to growth. So they may have misidentified you, and now you're identifying yourself with the things people have said. So when you step out into the world, you really don't even know how to give yourself because you don't know who you are. Do you get what I'm saying? But when you come into that realization, you're going to be like, oh, I love basketball. Now, that's one thing I done learned, y'all. Side note. That's one thing that I recently have learned about myself is that I will probably never not love basketball. I love basketball. It's something about basketball that just sets me free. I really don't know what it is. Just shooting the ball around, dribbling, just shooting. I ain't even got to dribble. I just want to shoot the ball all day. And there's something about that that will really bring me joy. I don't know why, but all I know is how I feel when I play basketball. And I am far from high school. You get what I'm saying? So with that being the case, though, just coming into realization of things that you really love and being able to enjoy that freely, like even when you go out with people and stuff like that, there's going to be things that they really love. Can you know yourself enough to adjust to other people as well? And what I mean by that, I was about to say something, but I'm going to say this first. What I mean by that is, you know that you love basketball. You know that you love writing music. You know that you love helping people heal. This person over here, they might love air hockey. You get what I'm saying? And you probably never played air hockey, but can you be like, I really don't know if I'm going to enjoy it, but I'm confident enough to try. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people aren't confident enough to even just try new things, to learn if they going to love that too, or if they going to say, nah, that really ain't do nothing for me. I really don't care to play it, but if you love it, I'll play it, but I don't really like to play it. You know what I'm saying? But it takes a level of awareness and confidence and contentment with the decisions you make, with who you are. Do you get what I'm saying? To even grasp a level of peace, to try new things, to welcome new people, to even try new things with new people. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it just takes a level of wisdom, contentment, and it was another one that God gave me earlier today. I can't remember what it was, but either way it goes, though, y'all, just know that when it comes to decisions in your life, it is not for you to sit around and regret those decisions. You are literally, oh my God, you are literally still a beautiful person with beautiful things to give, amazing things to give to the world, to people, to anybody that crossed your path, your children, your parents, yourself. Anybody that crossed your path, you have so much to give. Like, you literally are so needed in the world, and a lot of people don't even know that because they're sitting in their rooms harping on decisions they've made as if they're bad choices or they're one mistake, they're one unfortunate moment that just changed their life around. They are literally sitting in their rooms defining themselves with those things. And I don't want you to be that person. I don't want you to think that that's acceptable. Like, making mistakes is acceptable. Do you get what I'm saying? Making bad decisions that you didn't even probably mean to make, all of that is acceptable. It comes. Everybody has done it. Every single body on earth has done it. So with that being the case, we need everybody to come into the realization that it's not just them, so that they don't think that they have to sit still or stop growing or stop loving or stop being welcoming, and they become hard-hearted. Because the world is, what I noticed is that the world, majority of people have gained this mentality that it's like, it's kind of like the saying when they say, oh, God gives his greatest battles to his toughest soldiers, but they'll flip that saying and really be taking it as if God has just placed a life against them and they just don't understand why. Do you get what I'm saying? It'd be more so that mentality instead of understanding like, oh, I'm a Job. Y'all know Job had the toughest battle, for real, for real. Instead of them saying like, oh, I'm a Job, like God must love me to be putting me through all of this because he really proving a point right through me. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they don't have that mentality. And it strips a lot of people of their joy, their growth, and that is just where I feel like the line gotta be drawn. losing your joy, losing your hope, thinking that life has to end. Listen, y'all, I done lost people that I never thought I'd lose. A lot of y'all know that. I done lost people I never thought I'd lose. I done had losses back to back. My life been changed in the blink of an eye off of one decision. You get what I'm saying? It be a lot of things occurring to people, and it be a lot of things happening. Okay, y'all? It be a lot of things happening to people. It just happens. But it doesn't mean that you aren't who you've always been created to be. It means that really you gotta gather up them trials and them lessons, and you gotta pull them in. But for real, you gotta gather them lessons, gather them trials, and you gotta bear hug them, and you gotta welcome them in, and you gotta be like, okay, now I'm about to use y'all for the greater good. I'm about to use y'all and stand on top of them. That's what you do. You stand on top of your trials, your lessons, your regret, your heartache, your mental confusion, mental disabilities, all of that. You stand on top of every lesson that came through your trials, and you shine light. You get what I'm saying? You shine the light that's left. And you want to know why you do this? Because the more you exercise shining that light that's within you, the light that all them lessons and darkness and trials try to steal, defeat, and put out, that same very light, you exercise it through those trials, through those regrets, and through those lessons. You want to know why? Because exercise makes everything stronger. So your light is literally going to get stronger. You are going to get stronger. Your mind is going to get stronger. You're going to gain a strength that the world cannot break. It's going to still, you're going to have a thought or two. You're going to still have a thought or two. You're going to be like, am I really soaring? And when you look at your life, you're going to be soaring. You get what I'm saying? And you're going to be sitting there like, wow, okay, so maybe, all right, I just got to keep applying. That's going to become your mentality. You're going to be like, oh, okay, I just got to keep applying, because you've applied so many times that you're going to have an understanding within yourself that that application is working for you. Do you get what I'm saying? And you're going to keep doing it, and that's how you conquer life. But either way it goes, though, y'all. Yeah, so I saw that post yesterday when I was out, and I'm like, oh, everybody is so sad today. And I understand, like, I get it. Anybody would be sad when they feel like they've made a regret or a decision that they just cannot change. But you can. But you can. Y'all got to clock that. I'm not even joking. But you can. And a lot of people don't know that they can. And it's all about how you choose to like view it and define it and grasp it. What do you want to grasp out of it? Can you accept what you've done? Do you get what I'm saying? Can you accept the decisions that you've made? That is one of the hardest things, and I thought that I never could. I literally used to think like, I cannot accept that. I just don't understand how these things are happening to me. I don't even do nothing. Like, that's the mentality everybody be in. But for real, I'm like, I don't even do nothing. Like, how did all of this even fall into my life? I don't even do nothing. Everybody feels like that, first of all. Everybody feel like that. Everybody feel like that. But let me tell y'all what God exposed to me. What he exposed to me was, I just had it. It's still here, but it's trying to fade. But what he exposed to me was every decision and lesson and thing that has come through my own mistakes, I conquered them the very first moment that I felt a way about my mistake. I conquered it then. Do you get what I'm saying? And you've already conquered it the very moment. You've accepted it, actually, the very moment that you felt pain from it, but still woke up the next day. You get what I'm saying? You conquered it already. You just got to keep doing it until it shrinks. Anything that you keep trampling over, it's going to flatten and smooth out, baby. I ain't lying. You can accept anything that you want to accept, though. So y'all already know, that's my saying. I always say that. Acceptance is power. But he did. He gave that to me this morning in a specific way. I wish I could word it exactly how he told it to me. But I remember just thinking about that, and I was like, wow, each day is just another day of more strength. And that's basically what he has said in my spirit. Like, every day is another day for more strength. Even on the days where you be like, I thought I was losing it again. I thought I was slipping back. Child, I thought it was overcoming me again. But really, that was just another day for more strength. It's really weird, and you'll notice a thing. What you will notice is that over time, those days of tripping back or getting tripped back up or whatever, those days become so much more far apart. They become so much more far apart. And then when that next day approach again, you be like, and you deal with it and brush it off so quickly that it doesn't get to simmer. It don't even really get to hit the skillet. It and get tossed back out. I'm trying to tell y'all. And that's how strong you become. You don't have a bad thought. It pop into your pot, and then you start cooking up more bad thoughts. And more bad, you get what I'm saying? It turns into you tried to hop in the pot, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you toss it out so fast, it don't even get no heat applied. It don't even get to grow. You know how heat makes fungus, mold, and bacteria grow? But that's like certain bacteria. Some of them actually, the heat kills the bacteria, but in some bacteria, it'll grow. Depending on, that's why, like, inside of schools and stuff like that, they always got the AC going. It ain't because they want them kids to just be at perfect temperature. I mean, that's a thing too, but it's also because bacteria have a hard time, like, growing, like, in the winter time inside of cold, so all that. But either way it goes, you don't even apply no heat to the bad thought, and you get no heat to it, because you've become a lot stronger than what you used to be. So just accept that, y'all. I was supposed to be working out. Until 11 o'clock. Well, really 11:30, but it's 11 o'clock now. So now I got to go until 12 o'clock. And then I was supposed to be doing something at 12 o'clock. So now I got to let them know that I might have to push it back to like 1:30. Because I got to go do my workout. So with that being the case, though, y'all already know I love y'all. Should have been on to at least 5 women. I was going to say 10, but come on now. Ain't nobody circle that big. I ain't even got 10 women I got to send a message to. You hear me? So, either way it goes, y'all, I really mean everything that I be saying. Seriously. I really believe in y'all. I really know for a fact that y'all can overcome every single decision you've ever made, any regret that you have in your heart, any pain that you have inside of your mind, in your soul, and etc. I know for a fact you can overcome it. There is nothing just about that I haven't faced. You get what I'm saying? So, if I can do it, I know for a fact y'all can do it, because not even for a shadow of a doubt, I know for a fact I'm not better than nobody on this earth. So with that being the case, I'm just trying to give y'all what has really worked for me and what God has revealed to me, and those things that have also worked for me. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next Mommy and the God Vlog video, y'all. I cannot wait to drop my music. Oh, my God, I'm taking my time. And I'm putting this thing together. I already recorded it. You welcome. God bless you. He said thank you. But yeah, I cannot wait to drop this music and etc. I'm just taking my time, and I'm allowing things to occur when it's time for them to occur. I'm not forcing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally just being strategic, trying to be as wise as I can with the decisions that I'm making, with the resources that I have to let everything fall in place. But I cannot wait to drop this song. So I hope y'all ready for my single. I love y'all. I'm going to catch y'all in the next Mommy and the God Vlog video. Bye.